Hey guys, LuckyHD here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be going over how to get every single Tanorian and reskin inside of the Tales of Tanorio Winterfest event. If you guys do enjoy this video, go to another like, subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Alrighty, starting out, let's go over the Toran Crick Elf. Crick Elf is going to be found out inside of the grass anywhere over here, and is a really special Tanorian, because this Tanorian has two different evolutions that actually both require an item. If you head over to the toy section over here in the shopping district, you can actually speak to this NPC right here behind the shelf, and he will sell you the broken toy and the stuffed toy. Now, both of these are going to cost 5,000 candy canes each. How do you get candy canes? You can get the candy canes by going and doing the fossil minigame. Every time that you uncover some gems, you will get candy canes from doing that. So go ahead and buy both of these stuffed toys right here. And now from here, you have to give either the broken toy or the stuffed toy to Crick Elf to make it evolve. By using the stuffed toy on the Crick Elf, it will evolve into its first evolution, Clawskit. This right here is Clawskit, the bug and light type Tanorian. Going into its stats right here, we will show you guys all of its moves right here, just like for every Tanorian in this video. As you can see right here, if you want to pause, read all of its stats. But of course, the other evolution can be got by giving it the broken toy, which will turn it into its next evolution. And that, of course, being Cramroach right here. Now, Cramroach is the opposite to Clawskit. Obviously, Krampus, claws, that type of thing. But Cramroach is going to be a bug and dark type Tanorian. Here are all of its base stats right here. And yeah, a really fun little line right here with a cool evolution method. If you look into the dex entries and the descriptions of all of its toys, it does tell a little bit of a story. But let's move on to the next Tanorian. The next Tanorian that we are going to be talking about is going to be Giftot. Now, you might have seen from the trailer, but this Tanorian right here has 16 million different color variations that it can be. Now, these Giftots will spawn all over the map. As you can see, there's some that can spawn down here, some that can spawn right here. Again, literally just anywhere you look, you will always see yourself a present. Now, all you have to do to actually encounter the present is simply walk up to it. It works just like the new Jacknids inside of Pontero Pasture, but by running up to it, you will encounter yourself a Giftot. Now, of course, inside of this update, one of the best things that has been added to the fossil mining minigame is going to be the EXP cubes. Leveling up a Giftot all the way to level 32 will grant you the next evolution. That, of course, being Coalboy. Now, Coalboy is, of course, the evolution of Giftot, meaning that whatever color that you get on your Giftot, it is going to apply to the evolution as well. And you can actually check the color by going right here. As you can see, this is my exact hex code of the color that I got on this Tanorian, which is a really cool feature. But of course, here are all of the base stats right here. A really high ranged attack with the dark and fire typing. It gets a lot of really cool and interesting moves. But yeah, guys, that right there is Coalboy. Also, duly note, this does have a shiny as this Giftot, meaning there's technically 64 million different Coalboy and Giftot variations between the two. Alrighty, next up, let's go into one of the more common Tanorians of this route, and that is going to be Snowloth. Now, Snowloth is a new Tanorian to Tales of Tanorio, however, has been revealed in the past, but Snowloth is going to be a pure Ice-type Tanorian when you fight it. Leveling it up just once will evolve it into its next evolution. That, of course, being Jubilazy. Now, Jubilazy actually does have a gender-dependent evolution. It doesn't matter what evolution that you get. They are both the exact same stat-wise and all that stuff, but the female one will evolve into the female version of Frostloth, which actually evolves at level 38. It will also evolve at the same level into the male version if you have a male Jubilazy. Another fact, obviously, about this line is that you can get eggs out of the minigame, which have a chance of having a mutated Snowloth, which, of course, will evolve into a mutated version of the line as the shiny. The next Tanorian is going to be Pharrell that we are going to be... The next Tanorian to talk about is going to be Pharrell, and ironically enough, there's actually an alpha Pharrell over here, so we'll go ahead and show this off for the video. But this is Pharrell. Pharrell is a one-stage Tanorian, meaning that it does not evolve. And again, if you don't know what alpha Tanorians are, basically they're just really big Tanorians. So of course, it doesn't actually look like this. Alrighty, so let's talk about Pharrell. Pharrell is going to be an ice and grass type Tanorian. Here are all of its stats. And currently, it actually will be getting a mutation with an egg. So be on the lookout for that. We'll probably put that in time for like Shiny Weekend or something like that. But yeah, Pharrell is... It's Pharrell. What else can I say about it? It doesn't evolve. It doesn't have a pre-evolution. it's just a single stage. Alrighty, now let's go ahead and talk about Ember. Ember, the little snow macaque Tanorian. This thing is absolutely adorable and evolves into probably one of my favorite Tanorians that I have made for Tales of Tanorio. And I know I say that so much, but yeah, Ember is an ice and fire type Tanorian. At level 28, Ember is going to evolve into its next evolution. That, of course, being Makong. Makong is an ice and fire type Tanorian with a really good set of stats right here. It is a pretty strong and speedy mixed attacker, and is a really amazing design. Now, of course, I do have to mention, just like for the Frostloth line and all that other stuff, this line does have a mutation and, of course, a shiny, and this is a mutation that you are going to want to hunt for. It is quite literally its peak. Now, for a gimmick Tanorian, we're going to be heading right back to the toy shop over here, going over here and talking to the NPC who is going to sell BitBite. Now, BitBite works in the same way that Halloween Dolphib did. Basically, you just buy them. All right, look, you just click the buy button, and then you go out, you go to your PC box, and then you just get however many you bought. What just happened right there? But yeah, as you can see right here, this is BitBite, a little robotic-looking Tanorian. This, of course, does have a shiny, and the only way you can get the shiny is by using your candy canes and just buying BitBites. Like I said, it's literally exactly like Dolphib. Alrighty, now for Toran Toy, and yes, you just saw that correct. That is actually a Transformer Tanorian. Yep, it's transforming right before your eyes. I know you've never seen anything like it before, but this is Toran Toy right here, a really banger design by Garrett. Going into its stats, obviously, it is going to be a metal and water type Tanorian, and of course, here are all of its stats right here. Why is it ice type? That'll get fixed soon. Anyways, moving on. Alrighty, now let's go ahead and talk about the new Wispling right here. This is the new blue Wispling. There's none of the other colors. If you're wondering where those went, those are currently in Fable Falls. Oh, and he disappeared. Okay, anyways, gotta go find another one. Alright, here we go. The blue Wispling will evolve at level 35 into Frostlican. Frostlican is an absolutely insane looking Tanorian, and of course, this is one of the submission winners from the Halloween event. Of course, you know, we had to split it up amongst the seasons and all that stuff to get all of them fully implemented into the game. But yeah, this thing is super sick right here. Currently, it has the fire typing, but that's just the glitch. It's supposed to be ghost ice type. Again, that'll get fixed soon. So many silly little issues with this update. But yeah, guys, that is Frostlican right there. Now, let's go ahead and move on to some of the fossils. Now, heading into the mines, of course, you're going to see these little spots on the wall. If you click on them, you are going to be brought into a mini game. This mini game right here, you can use this pickaxe to kind of more precisely open up things, or realistically, the best option, just take the bomb and just blow everything up, all right? And at times, you're going to find stuff like these gems, which grant you candy canes. You're going to find EXP cubes like this right here, and you are also going to find fossils like this. This right here is the first fossil which we're going to be talking about, and that is going to be the Coiled Fossil. By walking over to the station and pressing the upload button, you can upload your fossils. Go ahead and press the use button right here and wait for 5 minutes. Once the fossil has finished, you are going to get this Tanorian right here. This is Aranake. Now, Aranake is a little silly ice and poison type, and this thing needs 40 levels to level up, where they will then evolve into Dianake. Dianake is an absolutely amazing looking Tanorian, as you guys can see. Unfortunately, with how the Christmas lighting works, you can't actually see that there's a lot of like scaling texture, the same that actually Fordrake uses. So when you actually bring it to adventure mode, you'll appreciate this Tanorian even more. But yeah, this Tanorian is super sick and has a really cool typing, like I said, again, an ice and poison type. But yeah, going into its stats right here, as you can see, base stats, all of this right here, and yeah, very sick Tanorian. The next fossil is going to be the Horn Fossil, and it looks like this right here. The result is going to be this Tanorian right here, Elastrike. Now, Elastrike also has a very unique typing, that of course being Electric and Fairy. Going into its stats right here, as you can see, it automatically comes out as level 15, and here are all of its stats right here. It has a really good spread up here, but then, you know, kind of lower stats down here. So again, very unique looking Tanorian, and just a very unique Tanorian in general overall. But yeah, guys, that is about it for the fossils, except for one, and that is going to be the Torturous Fossil. This right here is the Torturous Fossil, this torturous shell with the little Santa hat on it. And I guess while I'm here, now is a good time to explain that all of the fossils actually can be both shiny and mutated, since obviously in the future you're not going to be hatching fossils out of eggs, instead you're going to be digging them up. We figured that we put the mutations in there as well, so that way it's something else for you to hunt. Don't forget, mutations are a coin flip with shinies when it comes to certain situations like this. Once again, like the others, select your spiky fossil, put it in the thing, wait, and boom, here you go. You have a reskin Santa Torturous. This thing is just, this is a reskin right here. I kind of like it though. Again, you know, all of the floating aspects, the sleigh and all that stuff, it's amazing. But yeah, these shinies are going to be a 1 in 512 out of the little reviving machine over here. And of course, again, they are a coin flip between shinies and mutated. So yeah, guys, now let's get on to the wild reskins. Now, the Marble reskin is the first reskin that you can find right here. It is kind of the most common reskin out of all of the ones available. This is about, I believe, for some reason I'm like blanking. It's about like a 1 in 75, I think. Of course, at any time you can go ahead and check the odds down at the bottom right in the chain menu right here. It says it's about a 4% chance of spawning, so take that right there as what you wish. And of course, for the next things we have to talk about, that is going to be the Fordrake reskin. Next up, we got to talk about the Ice Fordrake. This Ice Fordrake right here is going to be found out inside of the wild at a 1 in 100 chance. Now, this thing is a 1 in 2,000, so it is completely raw odds when it comes to the shiny rate, meaning though, you can actually chain it, don't worry. But yeah, so Fordrake and Marble are some of the, you know, only kind of event reskins out of this that don't get boosted odds. They're just completely just base RNG, okay? But yeah, this is the Ice Fordrake right here. As you can see, really cool reskin, and there's a little Babite in the tail who unfortunately tried to bite it and he got frozen. And finally, it is going to be this Brewtree right here. This Brewtree is going to be the same odds as actually a Lucier, basically being a 1 in 500 out inside of the wild with a 1 in 200 shiny rate. So actually just the same as Glacial, basically. And speaking of Glacial, we might as well talk about it. Now, Glacial I already made a full video on, so if you want to go watch that video on how to get Glacial, I won't pad out this video anymore, so go watch that video. That's how you get Glacial. But yeah, guys, that about does it for this video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. What is your favorite Tanorian out of this update? Okay, just let me know down in the comments below. There's a couple other Tanorians that are going to be coming in the later part of this event, so get hyped for that. Obviously, we have the reskin competition as well. Tons of stuff coming your guys' way. If you guys did enjoy this video, go down there, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.